Karolis, thank you very much for stepping by here in our pop-up studio. It's great meeting you, but for those who haven't had the pleasure of meeting you, can you briefly tell us who you are and what you do?
Yeah, so I'm Karolis Žemaitis. I'm the Viceminister of Economy and Innovations, overlooking investments, trade, startup ecosystem, and other topics. So that's why I'm here, because I'm very, very excited about the Fintech days.
All right, and one of the things that we find unique about the Fintech ecosystem in Lithuania is how all the different parts of the ecosystem, including the public sector and the government, are contributing to foster it. So help me understand, what's the role of the Ministry of Economics when it comes to fostering fintechs?
Well, our role is fostering and working and growing the general startup ecosystem. So when we look at the general startup ecosystem, fintech is our crown jewel, because we have different kind of startups around, from cybersecurity to other areas, but naturally fintech is one of the highlights of our ecosystem. So of course the success of fintech is the success of the overall startup ecosystem. For us, the most important aspect is that Lithuania in general would be competitive in its talent attraction, in its regulation, in its tax system, in all the aspects that the governments can do. Because fintech ecosystem is not about the government, it's about the startups, it's about the financing, it's about the VCs, about the whole ecosystem. Our role in many cases is limited, but still important to help and to support the ecosystem.
Right, and then one of the things that we've seen coming out of all this collaboration is of course the fintech strategy that is now been updated. So what's new in the fintech strategy that changed from the original fintech strategy that generated all that growth?
I would say that we are entering a new phase and a phase of maturity, because generally you see how big the event is, you see how many companies are here, local ones and national ones. So we are entering into this maturity phase of our fintech ecosystem. It's not a new ecosystem here already, and I think for us it is important not only to grow in scale, but also to grow in quality, to grow in the local ecosystem, and to also to put light on the Lithuanian fintech ecosystem. Because naturally what we need to do more and more, and with the help of yours, I think we are doing that, is putting the emphasis on the Lithuanian fintech ecosystem all over the world, all over the region, because this is something that we need to work. This is something that keeps me up at night, is how to put Lithuania on the global map,
Well, and I think you've done a terrific job, because we're here at the Fintech Day, the hall just behind us, there's not an empty seat, there's people standing all over. It's remarkable just how many people have turned out to the Fintech Day in record numbers. What do you think is it about Lithuanian fintech that is bringing so much attention, both from the local ecosystem but from abroad as well?
I would say the community. It's a very, very unique community, and which is a relatively compact, but that size also brings a lot of benefits. You are one WhatsApp message away from the minister, you're one WhatsApp message away from the main VCs, everyone knows everyone, and this kind of sense of community, it's not only in the private sector, I think it's in the private and public sector, because everyone is so close to each other, and that really helps to treat this ecosystem as a community, as a group of people who have the same goal in their minds, is how to grow the Lithuanian fintechs. And I think this is something very attractive, because everyone wants to be part of something that is nice, that is growing, that has this kind of friendly feeling, because that's very interesting in Lithuanian, especially in Lithuanian startup ecosystem. Even though we are very competitive, very eager to grow, also there is kind of a connection, and there's kind of a environment when everyone tries to help each other, because we are small, we have to look after each other. And I think this is also the attitude of the government, is not, we don't have natural resources, we don't have oil, we don't have diamonds, the only thing we have is our human minds, and the things that we create here. So we have to help, and it's a pleasure to represent the fintech sector when it's as vibrant as it is, and so I don't have to be I don't have to oversell fintech when I'm going abroad, because this is something very, very unique.
Yeah, you're completely right. We agree that Lithuania is definitely a role model in how to build and nourish an ecosystem. Now, I know it's still early in the day, but what's been your key takeaway from the Fintech Day 2024?
I would say the vibrant the crowds. That was impressive for me. Because I have a lot of meetings which are small with one company, another company, VCs, investors, and so on. And then you come to this day, and then you realize it's hundreds of people. You hear English, French, German all around the place, and then you realize that this is really very, very special place. And I think we have to use this momentum. We have to be very proud of that. And fintech makes Lithuania bigger than it physically is. It's one of these few industries that makes Lithuania bigger, and we have to be very proud of that. We have to be proud that Lithuania is a global player, and I'm really feeling that here. And that makes me a very proud Lithuanian citizen.
That's a great idea to convey. Fintech makes Lithuania bigger than it actually is. I love that. Now, looking forward at what's cooking in Lithuania, but also in the region, in the Baltics. What's your vision of what fintech can actually become for the entire Baltic community?
Well, I would say fintech is and should remain one of the highlights of our ICT industry. I would say we will see more and more fusions between different industries, between engineering and ICT, between fintech, insurtech, sustainable financing. So we see a lot of fusions happening already, and we need to be very open to these collaborations between different sectors. So for us, I think we need to keep this competitive advantage. This region is super competitive. Everyone is competing with each other, and that is a main driving force for us as well. And that we need to keep this mindset, and we need to be keep hungry, keep moving forward, and this idea is really pushing us forward, and that's the only way for us to survive. Because I'm always telling my team, we have to treat Lithuania as a startup itself, because we are not a big multinational corporation like the big countries around the world. We are small, we have to be edgy, we have to be bold, we have to take risks as well, which is not a very usual thing from the governments to do, but that's the only way for us to be competitive. And I'm really happy that we are keeping this momentum, and I'm really hoping that we will keep it in the future.
Absolutely, and for those who have not come to the region to experience what's happening here, they must come down and see it for themselves.
Definitely. We have a person who came here in February. You're brave enough to be in Lithuania in February, So if people are here in February, you can come all year round, definitely.
Absolutely. Karolis, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Thanks.